Good morning and welcome to After GMS. Today is Thursday, December 16th. I'm Tracy McCain, being extra nice to Christian Morgan and our Megan Malaris. He has something over me. I'm trying to make sure he doesn't reveal it.
That's okay. Secret's safe for now.
Thank you.
All right, thanks so much for joining us here. We're going to start with our forecast because it's cold this morning, but warming up really, really nicely today.
Yeah, even though there's a cool start this morning, don't let that fool you because that big December warmth that we've been talking about really starts to take hold, and you really start to notice that today. Now, real quick, let's look back at yesterday. Here's the numbers from yesterday. 57 degrees yesterday afternoon. The average high right now is 52, so well above average on the afternoon side of things. Morning low was 31 yesterday. Average morning low right now is 33, so we were a little bit below normal yesterday morning. Now, of course, all of that changes as we stay well above average on both ends of the spectrum today. And even so, being a cool morning, we're all starting out around 5 to 10 degrees warmer at this time this morning than we were yesterday morning. And it's a big old heat wave up in the mountains right now. 16 degrees warmer this morning in Boone than it was yesterday morning at this time. As we know, the mountains do crazy things. But that puts us in the upper 30s to right around 40 degrees for most of us this morning. And notice this pocket of cooler air that we have locked in. That's going to start to erode away as we bring in all of that warmth out of the middle of the country and especially down across the deep south. Now notice the big stark temperature difference out in the middle of the country. Big deal cold front moved by over the plain states and upper Midwest yesterday afternoon and last night. All that's left of that now is a line of rain. But yesterday afternoon and last night, this was a line of strong, severe thunderstorms and tornadoes. And at one point yesterday, there were tornadoes, severe storms, dust storms, wildfires, and snow. Oh yeah, also some hail as well. All of that happening at one time. And notice all of these storm reports that you see just kind of littering the map here. All of the dark blue icons are high wind reports. And there were some wind reports of 90 to 100 mile per hour wind gusts yesterday. Meanwhile, the light blue icons represent thunderstorm or wind damage reports. The red icons are tornadoes, and those orange icons that you see kind of peppered in are wildfire reports as well. Now, we're not expecting that kind of weather here, but that cold front will get close to us. In the meantime, high pressure is in control of our weather. It lives offshore just to our east, so we're on the back side of that high pressure system, meaning our winds come out of the south and out of the southwest, and that's what promotes the warming trend that we are on and that will stay on at least for the first part of the weekend. Now that cold front that moved across the plains never makes it to us in the Piedmont, so we stay on the warm side of things. Meanwhile, a second cold front will have success in crossing the Piedmont. That one comes on Saturday. That's the one that will bring the chill back and will also bring us a little bit of rain. Now we're not talking about a lot in the rain game here. Generally anything that falls Saturday evening and early Sunday morning is going to be light as that cold front swings by. And we've been talking about the chance for rain early next week. But that just continues to trend drier and drier. At one point it looked like Monday could be rainy. Now Monday looks completely dry. Then it looked like Tuesday was going to be rainy. Now it looks like Monday and Tuesday both are going to be dry. The system we're tracking is going to be this area of low pressure moving up from the south. And now models keep it offshore, which means it never really makes it far enough north or far enough inland for us to get rainfall from this. So we'll keep an eye on it. But right now the rain chances continue to dwindle for early next week. In the meantime, we'll enjoy today mostly sunny skies, warming it up into the mid and upper 60s. It'll be a bit breezy at times too, with that southwest wind gusting 20 to 25 miles per hour at times, so don't be caught off guard by that. Tonight, a mild night of weather will drop it back into the upper 40s and low 50s for our overnight lows under partly cloudy skies, and then we give it a run for 70 Friday and Saturday ahead of that cold front. Once the front is by us, the December chill does return to end the weekend. In the low 50s on Sunday, and then the week of Christmas will start out chilly, partly cloudy, upper 40s on Monday, and the first day of winter, the winter solstice, is on Tuesday, and temperatures look to be right on the money, right around average, with low 50s and partly cloudy skies for your Tuesday.
You have packed everything into that 7-day
forecast. Put it all into one.
I love it. You know, you get a little bit of winter with the first day of winter next week, but for folks like me who want to hold on to fall a little longer,
The rest of this week is for you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but as we get into next week, it kind of comes right on time, right? It will feel like Christmas. It'll feel like the Christmas season with the temperatures getting cold again. Yeah. Right now, it doesn't feel like Christmas to me.
Not really. But then there's this that keeps happening, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh yes, it is Christmas time. Yeah, you porch pirates out there thriving off of crimes of opportunity. It is such a shame, especially at Christmas. No one wants to get hit this season, but we hear about these kinds of thefts every year.
Yeah, talk about the Grinches who tried to steal Christmas joy.
Yes.
We're asking, have you lost or had a package stolen this holiday season, maybe a holiday season of years past? Well, we met the Albers family from Greensboro who shared their recent porch pirate experience. The dad got a notification that packages had been delivered while the family was out shopping, but when they all got home, they found nothing.
Yeah, so the family reviewed their Nest video camera footage to find a masked man in a hoodie taking about $300 in packages right off their front porch, even coming back a few times to make sure he had them all. The family says if they got home just 10 minutes earlier, they probably would have encountered this porch pirate. Some of the packages, they say, were Christmas gifts. Other boxes had items that they ordered for themselves. Regardless, it was a loss, they said, of $300. Look, he even dropped some and then comes back to get them.
Yikes. So this apparently is not isolated to just this family. Jonathan Massey said, I have not had a package stolen, but I have alerts to my phone as well as security cameras. I even have some packages shipped to my job. I'm grateful for working close to my house. Kim in Liberty says she protects her packages by tracking notifications and neighbors. She says she's the lookout since she works from home. That's a good idea.
There was a study that said that we may not see as many of these crimes. Itini's was telling us a few weeks ago because more people are working at home. But as we know, with these porch thefts, as they're called, they are looking for crimes of opportunity. So you could still be home and it would take zero time for them to come up to your porch, nab those gifts and take off with them before you even notice it. So you still have to be on alert and on the lookout for these things. I just make sure I put the very specific delivery instructions for the shipping company and the people who are the deliverers so they know exactly where I want to put it. And it's not necessarily on the front porch. It's like around back, next to the big tree so that, I know where to look for them.
Yeah, and we talk about all these, doorbell cameras and the Ring cameras and all those things. That has become such more of a common thing now, and especially recently, and I think that helps cut down on it too. Now people are very vigilant about what's happening around them. And so if you have a community watch program or a neighborhood with neighbors that you really trust, then a lot of times they'll look out for you. And if I have neighbors that, hey, if I get a package while I'm on vacation this week, will you grab it? And then I'll get it when I get back.
Neighbors are a good source.
Yeah.
We do the exact same thing. I mean, to my knowledge, I've not had a package stolen or lost, but I have had some significantly delayed to the point where I've had to call the company and say, hey, did you deliver this? And usually there's a discrepancy in the notification saying that they delivered it, but they didn't.
Right.
That said, generally, if a package is stolen, you're on the hook for it, which is why a lot of these companies, as one of our viewers pointed out, are now taking pictures of the package on your porch to prove that they did indeed drop it off. And after that, the responsibility is on you.
Yeah.
So we sign up for the mail deliveries. I know when the package is coming, or at least expected to arrive. And so if we know we're not going to be home, we ask trusted neighbors to pick up the packages, and then we return the favor for them. So it's a system that works pretty well.
The other thing I like to do too is sometimes I think it just works out easier because I run around and do so many different things. A lot of times if I order something online, I'll just have it delivered to the actual brick and mortar store if that's an option, and I'll go pick it up there. Then I know it's in good hands.
Right. Not only that, but you can open it right there, and if it's damaged or not what you wanted or expected, then you can leave it there.
Here.
Exactly. It saves you a trip later down the road.
Right.
Yeah. So we are hearing from a lot of you on our feed this morning who have either experienced this or really have no tolerance for people who steal. Lakia said, I have always taught my kids that I cannot stand a liar or a thief. And let's see, who said this? Oh yeah, Christian said, I have no tolerance for thieves. A lot of people agreed with you. Someone said it's disrespectful. Cherie said that it's disrespectful, and Scott said not to mention criminal. And then Scott said FedEx taking pictures of deliveries, like as you mentioned, so does Amazon. If you're a Prime member, they do. And Scott says that he lives in Asheboro and that he's had it twice happen to him this year. So, I mean, it is something that we don't like that it happens, but at least now that we know that this is a thing every Christmas, and quite frankly, people do it during the year as well.
Yeah.
You can kind of, put some precautions in place to make sure that you don't fall victim to it.
It's not just packages, it's mail.
I was going to say mail.
People are looking through your mail for gift cards or bills that you're paying with your personal information, your account numbers on them. So we try to be mindful of when the mail carrier is coming and don't put any sensitive mail in the mailbox until right before. So, you don't want to put it in the night before and then it's going to be 12 hours possibly before it's picked up, because that just gives somebody time to steal. What really intrigues me is how bold these porch pirates are getting. They're doing these crimes oftentimes in the middle of the day. When people are home, at least in the neighborhood, and, somebody could see you or at least your car as the identifying factor, but they don't seem to care. Grab and go and take off.
And they don't care about the cameras that, most people have these days on their doorbells. Like, we see you. But, with this last video that we showed, the person had on a hoodie and they also had on a mask, not like a criminal mask, but like a medical mask. And so you couldn't really make out their face, and they obviously don't care.
I know, and like you said, it's fast too. They're in and out, grab it and go. And even if neighbors are home,
before they
it doesn't
realize
matter.
it.
They could be vacuuming or maybe at the sink and just one thing to the next, and they're in and out in 15 seconds with your package.
Right. I wish there was something else that could be done on a more widespread manner. I don't know what the suggestion would be, but the thing is that we can take some precautions, and I love your idea about having it shipped to the store. I think that is actually probably the best thing you could do, especially if you live in an area where this happens frequently.
And it's extra cost, but a lot of times you can insure that package or you can insure that item that you buy in case it were to be stolen. Now, of course, it costs a little more money, but
It's good ideas.
Especially if it's something expensive.
Or we saw one video where someone had a dog and the dog started barking and a suspected porch pirate took off. So that could be another, maybe you need a dog for the holiday anyway.
It's a live package.
It's a win-win. All right, let's get to our headlines before our second conversation of the day. First, President Joe Biden is vowing to do whatever it takes to rebuild tornado-struck communities in the Midwest. The president went to Kentucky yesterday to get a first-hand look at the devastation there. He said the federal government would bear 100% of the costs of the initial recovery efforts. Greensboro police say they are looking for 2 armed robbery suspects. Police say the clerk at a vape shop on Battleground Avenue fired at the suspects and killed a 17-year-old. In doing so, police identified that suspect as Gabriel Kalu, a student at Grimsley High School. The school district, we should say, had crisis teams on campus yesterday to help students talk through their questions and concerns.
Well, COVID numbers are gradually increasing again right before the holiday. The trend could lead to Guilford County's mask mandates return. Guilford County percent positive rate has been 8% for the last 2 weeks. County Commission Chair Skip Alston said if that continues, commissioners could consult with health experts about the next steps, such as possibly bringing back that mask requirement indoors. The county's goal is 5% positive for each week, and right now, again, that's been 8% over the last 3. North Carolina reported nearly 2,000 new COVID cases Tuesday, more than 3,700 yesterday. The need for testing is critical in managing the spread of the virus, and that's why a new medical center in High Point is expanding its services to balance COVID and non-COVID needs. WFMY News 2's Denise McMiller took a tour of the clinic and talks to them about how they're handling a double dose of treatment challenges.
Bethany Medical tells me their system is strained and has been since mid-2020 because of the pandemic. And they're expected to get even busier with the fast spread of the Delta variant and now Omicron. And this is all on top of the daily primary care services they already provide. But Bethany Medical says they are adapting. By opening this new clinic in the Archdale area of High Point, they're able to better serve their patients that were once traveling miles to get medical care they need. They're also breaking barriers in COVID testing by making the costly and hard to come by rapid test available 7 days a week to the community. They've also made a big investment in a new molecular lab where they can process PCR tests in-house.
We felt it was important to the community and to our patients to bring everything in-house. This is all about speed to treatment. You have this window of opportunity if someone has symptoms to get them on the right treatments to prevent, progression of the COVID virus.
The PCR test offered is a mouth swab. They can provide results from their lab within 24 to 48 hours. The rapid test is a nasal swab with results in 15 minutes. And no appointments are needed for any of the services provided here at Bethany Medical. They are open 5 days a week from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And starting in January, they will expand to being open 7 days a week.
All right, let's get right to our second conversation about our beautiful state.
All about North Carolina. Of course, it's home to some beautiful features, the mountains, hiking trails, the beaches. Really, you get the best of everything all in one state. Oh, of course, Asheville is one of our treasures, so it's not a surprise that an online travel guide listed the Mountain City in a list of the top 50 travel destinations in the world.
So many cities, even those here in the Triad, of course, have a lot to offer all year round to visitors and people who live here. So that brings us to our question today. Where is your favorite place to go? What is your favorite place to visit in our state?
Right, we did give some background here while you're making some suggestions in the feed this morning. So here's the background. Online travel guide Travel Lemming wrote about Asheville, saying the surrounding mountains and Blue Ridge Parkway offer scenic experiences. Foodies and other beer connoisseurs should head to Asheville before it becomes any more popular. Someone needs to settle the debate on which restaurant makes the best biscuits and gravy.
Ooh, biscuit head. Okay. I heard from Roger on my Facebook page. He said there are many favorite North Carolina destinations for me. Asheville is one of my favorites. Biltmore House and Gardens, particularly in spring when life renews and plants and flowers, they're a favorite. Maggie says Maggie Valley, North Carolina, perhaps because they share a name.
Yes, a few text messages also coming in this morning. One viewer said, there is beauty everywhere in our state, my home state, but my absolute favorite place, the Outer Banks, particularly Hatteras and Ocracoke Islands. It is a whole different world for me. That's awesome. We heard from another viewer who said, Wilkesboro, North Carolina, a cute downtown with Stone Mount, West Kerr, Scott Dam, and the Blue Ridge Parkway right there. Krista said Oak Island and Morehead City, and Naaman said Cape Fear Vineyard. Nice. We do have some nice vineyards.
All good places.
In the state as well. Maybe not necessarily known for wine production, but we certainly have some great producers in our state. So I didn't think about those vineyards. I love the entire state.
Got something
From coast,
everything.
exactly. I mean, literally, you can find what you need. If you want just a day trip, if you want an hour getaway, I mean, there's literally something on every point. If you're leaving Greensboro and you're heading towards the coast, I mean, literally, you can stop in Burlington, there's something to do. You can stop in Durham, there's great things to do. Raleigh, there's great, I mean, all along the way. Fayetteville, all the way till you get there. And the same is true if you're going the other way towards the mountains.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, this is just a great state.
Yeah. Geographically, I think North Carolina is the best state in the union, and I say that as a native Missourian. I truly appreciate, though, the close proximity to the beach, to the mountains, to all the lakes we have, both natural and man-made here, not to mention some of those vineyards and beautiful places that are historic, like Biltmore House in Asheville. So we have so many options here for things to do, places to go for just day trips or weekends, places you want to take your out-of-town friends and guests to see. The list is so long. I love Biltmore, I love Asheville, but I am partial to the beach. Have a soft spot for Sunset Beach. My husband had a house there. His family had a house there for many, many years. They've since sold it, but
That's probably my favorite beach.
I just love the quaint quietness of Sunset.
Yeah. Sunset, a lot of people say Topsail Beach is their favorite. We heard a few people say Ocracoke Island. And Cherie just said, nowadays she wants to go anywhere away from home because she's probably been home for...
Agreed.
Exactly. She said, usually it's the beach and riding to the mountains. I want to travel to Asheville, and you will not be disappointed.
No, not at all.
Asheville's downtown area, I mean, you don't even have to go to Biltmore.
Yeah,
Even though that's the biggest attraction in Asheville, I understand, but you don't even need to go there
Oh, no.
to get the vibe of the city and the people and the friendliness and the quaintness and the shops and the food. I mean, it's a great place.
Oh, I think it's no secret what my favorite spot is.
Does it start with a B?
Yeah,
Does it end in an E?
it does. Or a K.
What?
Boone or Blowing Rock.
Oh, I'm like, wait, what?
I thought it for you.
I got you. Yeah.
Thank you.
I just,
A little slow this morning.
you know, Asheville too, but really anywhere in Western North Carolina, I love to get away. And you know, Boone and Blowing Rock is such a short drive from
Right.
here. You know, from Greensboro, it's not even really 2 hours if traffic's moving good. And obviously, you know, for me, I just know it because that's where I went to school, and so I
Right.
know all the little spots to go. And any chance I get, you guys know that I'm back up there. I guess I should be like, I don't know, honorary mayor or something in one of the
I
towns.
think they have a vote on the ballot this year.
I mean,
Have a write-in.
You're right in.
Yeah, I love getting away there. But you know, I love the beach too. But if I had to just pick one spot, it's gonna be the mountains.
Yeah. You know what? The only thing that, oh no, we do have that. Never mind.
All right.
Well, I was going to say, you know, the only thing that it would be kind of great is if we had like a Six Flags, a Great Adventures or something like that. But we have
Carowinds.
Exactly, Carowinds. So granted, I don't go there all the time, but in the summer or, you know, during a break, I mean, it's a great place to go. And they usually have like Halloween events during that time of year. So yeah, that's why I wanted to tell you what it was so you didn't think I was weird.
No, I don't think you're weird.
I just remembered at the top of my head. I'm like, oh yeah, we do have that.
You know, you mentioned the vineyards too, and a lot of those wineries are just, you know, let's say, okay, central thing here, you live in Greensboro, those wineries and those vineyards are sometimes not even an hour away from here.
Yeah.
It's just a really
We have
short drive to get
a few
there.
in Davidson County.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Surrey
One in
County.
Gibsonville.
Yep. One up near Pilot
One of the
Mountain.
best in Gibsonville, by the way.
Is that the Grove out in Gibson?
The Grove.
Yeah, I love the Grove.
The winery.
So cute.
And then also we have sports. I mean,
yeah.
our college, university level sports are amazing, top tier. And then you go all the way up to, we have an NHL team, we have an NFL team, we have an NBA team.
NBA team?
So, I mean, we're doing pretty good in North Carolina in terms of attracting leagues to our state.
We've got it all.
Just missing Major League Baseball and Major League Soccer, but we have you know, minor league teams to make up for that.
Yeah.
And there are pushes to bring both of those things here.
Yeah, there always have been.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's see what you guys are saying here on the feed. Oh, Walter said Mount Airy, North Carolina.
So pretty.
Sean said, I like the beach. Let's see. Someone said, I love all of North Carolina. I liked that comment,
that
as
was
did
Tim.
Cherie. Okay, that was a great one because it just really is a great state. Tammy said Topsail. And we heard, I mentioned Cherie's comment. And Scott Lynch said, shocker that you like Boone
Shocking.
and the mountains.
It's not shocking anymore.
No, it's not.
Scott also mentioned some of the
Oh,
lighthouses and horses at the Outer Banks. Corolla is on my list of things and places where I want to see.
You wanna
when I
see the
go.
horses,
I
that's
do.
why.
I do.
We had our whole weather team yesterday got together and had lunch. We haven't done that in a while, and you know, Christmas
way.
time. So that was fun, and we were talking about that. You know, Eric Chilton is such a historian and loves history, and so we just got to talking about the beaches and stuff, and he was kind of giving us some insight on how the horses got there and why they're still there, and kind of, you know, basically the community there just kind of takes care of them and makes sure they're okay, but they're still wild horses. But you know, it's just really, really something neat. So I haven't never been there, never seen them, but I want to go.
Have you ever seen the wild goats at Murrells Inlet near North Myrtle Beach?
There are those wild goats.
There are wild goats.
right.
I remember the first time I saw them, I'm like, wait, who put goats out there? They're like, oh, they're natural to this area. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. They like the beach too.
I have no comment.
Anyway.
That's pretty awesome. The little things that you learn here.
Yes.
On that. All right. Oh, and Tammy said that she likes Franklin, North Carolina. So, I mean, I'm from here, so I really do I don't spend a lot of time in the mountains. I have been, and I do love it. But the beach to me is just a great place. I just love the fact that this state has so many activities for families, children, Tweetsie Railroad. I mean, just anything that you can think of, we have it. And so there really is no need to travel out of the state.
Really
Unless you have the time and resources and opportunity to do so. Nope. So I'm right here in the state.
It's a great place to be, though.
It is.
Right here at home.
Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at the forecast here at home.
All right, well, here at home, it's warm. Kind of feels like not Christmas. It's 70 tomorrow and Saturday. We're on our way to 70 today. The breeze today will be one of the headlines. Not only will it be warm, it'll be breezy, a 20 to 25 mile per hour southwest wind gusting at times. So keep that in mind as you head outside this afternoon, but enjoy all the time outdoors the next couple of days. We'll give it a run for 70 tomorrow and Saturday ahead of a cold front. Then that brings us a few showers Saturday evening, Saturday night, and through early Sunday morning. On the backside of that cold front, though, we clear things out and the December chill returns once again. We'll be back in the low 50s, pretty close to average for Sunday afternoon. And then the week of Christmas will start off on a dry note and a chilly note too, upper 40s on Monday. Tuesday, the winter solstice, or the first day of winter, we like to call it. Temperature should be right around average for that in the low 50s. And of course, we've been talking about the chance for rain early next week, but that continues to trend drier and drier. So honestly, over the next 7 days, Saturday looks like our best chance to really get rain. And even that's not going to be all that beneficial and measurable, likely less than 1/4 of an inch. So we still need rain. We had a nice soaking of it over the weekend, but we still need a little more to continue correcting our drought. And also today, we'll get a new drought report out. So be interested to see how much that rain really did help last week.
That's good. We do need rain.
Yeah.
Even just a little bit helps.
Every little bit helps.
I know. I'm a little selfish, always asking for sunshine in 70s, so I'll give in.
Okay.
Just enjoy a movie
Because we
day.
need some rain.
You can give in, but I don't have a lot to give.
Oh. All right, thanks so much for joining us on After GMS. We are looking forward to a great Friday, so enjoy today. Let's wrap up the week with a smile, and we'll be right back here tomorrow for After GMS.